How's my audio now? There we go. Sorry about that. So, all around the world, people are hunkering down, taking events virtual, postponing them, and sometimes canceling them. In this case, I'm going to talk about the virtual part. So, as you may know, the Open Hardware Summit was going to be this Friday in New York. They've decided to take it virtual, and I'm curious to see how they do that exactly. The cool thing is that they're still going to be mailing out the swag bags to everyone who is going to attend, so if you have a ticket, you'll be getting a Hackster branded beanie, which is pretty exciting for me. You might call it something else depending on where you live, but it's like a cool knitted hat with fleece on the inside. It's so good. Anyway, I'm really excited for this conference, and I think it's going to be enjoyable attending it, even virtually. The schedule is going to still be roughly the same, and I'm looking forward to it, yeah. So, I recently did a live stream on February 25th. Wow, a long time ago now. Feels like time is going so slowly, and yet so fast. Did a special on telepresence, so if you've been thinking about running an event and now that's being disrupted, you can check out that. I'm looking at ways to possibly run a Hackster meetup virtually, either for Open Hardware Summit or in the coming weeks, and I'd really like to have everyone be part of that. I remain convinced that telepresence is a huge part of our future as a species, not only because of the potential spread of infections, but also for carbon concerns and accessibility. I want to make that kind of virtual experience just as compelling as a real in-person experience. To that end, I'm working on Archimedes version 3, who is going to be a telepresence robot. It's been in the works for ages, and it's finally coming together with this StereoPie. I just published a project about what I was doing with it before, but that's besides the point. Anyway, so there's a few more resources for things to check out. You can check out this telepresence special that I did a couple weeks ago. Also, there is a webinar being run by Meetup, the company that it's a community where you can sign up for in-person meetups around the world, and they're doing a special webinar about bringing events online, how to keep your audience engaged, healthy, and growing. Obviously, they have a huge amount of concern about this, so I'm excited to see what their tips are for moving events into a virtual space. And that's going to be happening tomorrow, or in 1 minute today, for me, on March 12th, Thursday, at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So that's going on. Also, the Institute for the Future, which is a really cool organization based in the South Bay, are going, and soon that won't matter anymore, hopefully, are going to be running a series on online collaboration. They've in fact already done the first one, hosted by Mark Frauenfelder, who has a ton of cool maker credentials, interviewing distinguished fellow Howard Rheingold on the subject of building virtual communities. And I think this is going to be a really interesting one for me to watch as well. So the first one is already archived on their website, and I've linked to it below in the description to this video, but you can check it out at iftf.org/online collaboration series. The Institute for the Future does a lot of really cool stuff, and I'm excited to see what comes out of this. I really respect Mark. I haven't heard of Howard before, but I'm also kind of out of the loop. So, it says he's a technology pioneer, a futurist, and an artist, who I think maybe these are some of the people who should be helping build the future. I think we should have all kinds, but yeah. While we're here, there's a few Hackster projects that seem relevant. Of course, this is on everyone's minds. And one of the first ones to come out regarding health and safety in these changing times is called the Sentinel. It consists of an ultrasonic distance sensor that's mounted on a pair of shades, and it's tilted downwards slightly so it can see when things, including your hands, are approaching your face. Also could be useful if there's like a baseball flying at your face, but I'm not sure how fast the response time is on there or what the range. Anyway. Yeah, it'll help you notice, it'll just like give you a little ping when you're about to touch your face, and then you can remember not to do that. It's one of the key health guidelines. The main one, of course, is to wash your hands all the time for 20 seconds at a time. being sure to scrub all over, and then you can rinse. So reminder not to touch your face. Oh, there's a really cool virtual version of this, actually. There's like a browser-based version that uses your computer's webcam, and I don't remember it right now, but I'll put that in the description as well. There's another fun project. There's another project addressing this situation, which calls itself a coronavirus detector. Not sure about that. Basically, it uses a temperature sensor, a ranged temperature sensor, to tell if someone has a temperature or not above about 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 38 degrees Celsius, in which case the RGB LED will turn to a red color and be accompanied by an alert indicating that he/she is a potential risk with corona. Then I will advise him to go to the hospital for a test and treatment. It also measures the temperature of the person wearing the mask, although it kind of feels like if you're wearing the mask, you would be warmer. But one cool thing about this project is the amazing cinematography. But again, another interesting one. Even in the direst circumstances, you see people coming up with these interesting, strange, creative things about how to build hope and deal with our problems. So much creativity. It's kind of amazing. You're not supposed to be buying masks right now. You should be saving them for healthcare professionals who really, really need them. Not to be alarmist or anything, but there's people who really need these, and there's people who probably aren't as great of a risk. So if you happen to already have a mask on hand, though, you can decorate it like a cyberpunk. Yeah! Check it out. These last two are both by someone who goes by the name of Alinter, who might be based out of Seed Studio, maybe? I'm not sure. But yeah, these are all linked in the description to this video. I'm not trying to be flippant, I'm just trying to be topical and remind people that there are certain things we can do to protect ourselves, and pay attention to what those are, please. Meanwhile, I mentioned that I'm working on Telepresence Robot, as always. At the same time, my friend Mohib, our friend Mohib, is doing the same. He's been building this one. You can follow him at instagram.com/VirgilVox. Funnily enough, we found out over text recently that we're both building ones with 2 cameras for stereoscopic 3D vision. His looks like really nice. I think mine's gonna be weirder to look at because it's gonna be like a robot owl. So, but his might be more practical. So it's like you can mix and match. Also, his is actually working already, kind of, so... But I'm really excited about mine anyway. I think the diversity is the key to coming up with good solutions. If anyone else wants to build a telepresence robot, you should totally do it! Settle down. Remo.tv is a great platform that I'm going to be using. Remo.tv. And you can control other people's robots. I don't remember who this is. This is someone I know, I think. But you can go browse all the different robots somewhere. I forget where. But once we have ours up, it's going to be at remo.tv/Hackster. And we've had them up before. I'm looking forward to having people... you can basically see remotely through the robot's eyes and control any motors that are attached to it via this remote platform, and it's very cool. So Remo.tv is the successor to Let's Robot.tv, robot telepresence platform. I want to build a robot avatar for myself and send it to different conferences when I don't feel like, burning carbon or whatever. So, telepresence is the future. We've got to make it not suck. I'm looking forward to the Open Hardware Summit. Link is in the description, as well as I'm curious about what Meetup has to say about taking events virtual and these tools and practices from the Institute for the Future. Check out the Hackster projects, and we'll see you soon in a virtual space.